Hey guys, my name is Lindsay Bushman and today I am here with Navitas Organics Superfoods. They are committed to creating a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle for you with their superfood snacks. These are some of my favorite. They're power snacks. They come in a bunch of flavors. I really don't know which one is my favorite. I'm still sampling them all, but I might be towards the blueberry. So today we're going to be doing a little yoga flow. It's no props, all on the mat. So just begin by taking a seat. So find a comfortable position. Doesn't even matter if you don't have a yoga mat, you're good to go. You can do this on the floor. You could use a towel if you'd like. So take a seat, get nice and comfortable. We're going to begin in something called Mukasana. It's kind of like crisscross applesauce. You just cross your legs at your ankles. We're going to practice a grounding and breathing technique. So I just want you to sit down, rest your palms face down on your knees, and then get really tall through your spine. So this is going to allow yourself to expand your lungs and your rib cage more, bringing more breath, more oxygen into the body. Okay, so either gaze down the tip of your nose or close your eyes, whatever is most comfortable for you. And settle yourself by feeling your hips sitting into the floor and your spine lifting up into the ether around you. And then begin to notice the breath, just being aware of the breath moving in and out of the body. And we're going to practice one of my favorite breath techniques. It's quite simple. We're going to inhale through the nose, thinking belly, ribs, chest, and then exhale through the nose, thinking chest, ribs, belly. So it's a single breath. So your breath moves in as you breathe, your belly expands, your rib cage expands, and your chest lifts. And then as you exhale, your chest narrows, your waist narrows, your belly draws to the low back. Inhaling through the nose, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And try to make this breath really slow. Allow plenty of time for the full inhale and the full exhale. Inhaling belly, ribs, chest. And exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Good, we'll continue for 30 more seconds. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So thinking of a balloon-like breath, meaning that when you breathe in, you think of a balloon expanding. That's your waist. Your core is expanding. And when you breathe out, it's like you're releasing the air out of that balloon. Let's find one more breath here. We're going to inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Good, and then return to normal breathing. And gently open your eyes when you're ready. It's quite windy here in Maui today. Okay, we're gonna come into moving our body now. So hopefully we have brought ourselves to the mat and left the to-do list and all the tasks aside for a couple minutes. So you're gonna bring your feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So the bottoms of the feet press into one another. Grab your toes, pull up on your toes, press your knees down, lift your heart up, and then begin to just pump your knees up and down. This is gonna help loosen up our hip joints. Good, we're gonna be here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now actively push your knees down, opening your inner thighs, pull against your toes and start to fold forward. And if that's not an option for you, just stay upright. And if you're more flexible, you can continue to hinge downward as long as your hips don't leave the ground. So you want to make sure your butt stays planted. And since we established that big belly breathing at the beginning of class, I want you to continue to use that in our stretches. So at the bottom of these stretches, you're feeling like that core is expanding as you breathe in. And then it's narrowing, pressing out any old air, any stagnant energy as we breathe out. Here, give me one more breath here. Inhale, filling up. And And exhale, letting it go. Good, now roll it on up and come back to Mukasana. We're gonna go into side stretch. Left hand reaches over to the left, palm plants. You're gonna make sure your right hip stays down as you reach your right arm up and over. As long as your hips stay down, you could drop down onto that left elbow. Good, now flex your right palm up like you're holding a tray of drinks. That's gonna stretch the inside of the wrist. And then you'll do the opposite. Bring the palm to the inside of the forearm. That'll stretch the top of the wrist. Let's do that twice more. Palm up, push to the heel of the hand, palm down. And once more, flex the palm, make sure those fingers straighten, and then palm to the forearm. Good, now just relax the palm and circle the wrist 3 times in each direction. And reverse that. Good, and then lengthen just a little bit more through that right arm, really reach. And exhale, roll it up. Man, I just love a good side body stretch. Okay, let's take it over to the right. So the right hand comes down. You're gonna push off the hand. That's gonna help keep the left hip down. And then bend the right elbow to a degree that you can still keep your hips down and stretch that left arm up and over. Good, and then you're gonna look up and flex your left palm like you're holding that tray of drinks. Push through the heel of the hand and pull the shoulder into your back. And then you'll reverse it. Bring the palm down towards the inside of the forearm. We'll do that twice more. Heel of the hand up, fingers straight, and then palm down to the forearm. Once more, heel of the hand up, and palm down. And then just relax the hand and let's circle that wrist around. So get some mobility there. We don't do a lot of this and it's really good for us. It helps lubricate the joints. So reverse those circles for 3, 2, 1, and then big stretch. Reach, 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 and lengthen. Palm down, shoulder into the back, and roll it up. Gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna take the feet out in front of us and take them about 2-3 feet apart, they're pretty wide. And then knock your knees together, bring your hands behind you, and prop yourself up using your arms. So you're helping your chest stay lifted by pushing down into your hands. And then we'll take the left leg over the outside of the right leg without lifting your hips. So I'm not gonna lead by lifting my butt. I'm just gonna gently push this right knee over to the left with my top leg. This should give you a stretch in the outside of this bottom hip and that right hip. But remember, I haven't lifted my hips to go here, then we'll kind of lose the stretch. So it's smaller, it doesn't look as big, and you'll get more out of the stretch. This is something called your TFL. The way I remember it is I like lattes and it's called tensor fascia latte. So good way to remember that one. Good, so I want you to find 3 big long breaths here, and that can be with your eyes closed or open. And every time you exhale during these deep stretches, I want you to release tension in your muscles and your thoughts and in your breath. Allow that breath to just move a little bit more gently in and out of the body. Good, last breath here. Good, and then gently release. Now you're just gonna separate the legs. Both knees will point over to the left. Shins make a 90-degree angle. Left hand will grab the right knee. Right hand will grab the right ankle. Now bring your hips back. So I want you to make sure you don't shift your body weight forward. Hips are pulling back, abs are drawing back. You're gonna grab onto this leg, bend your elbows and bring the crown of your head forward. Pull your waist back. That's gonna help create the stretch. Good, drop the top of your head down. Try to create a C shape in your spine like an angry cat pose. Actively engage the abdominals and find 3 deep breaths here. And you should feel the stretch all the way up the left side of the back. Good, on the bottom of your 3rd exhale, release and roll up. Okay, we'll bend this left knee really deeply, pointing the knee straight forward so your left knee lines up with your belly button. Then the right foot will come outside of this left leg, and I want you to sit on your right hip, and if you can't, put a pillow underneath it. Push your right knee to you and take a big twist, getting this left arm outside of this right leg. Now this could be where you stay, bringing the hands to the heart, but if you're more flexible, you're gonna bring your left hand to the foot. Try to stand on it, push it down. Right hand behind your back and lift up and twist. Good, and then we're going to come back through center and go into Gomu Kasana. So you're going to walk the legs apart. So we're coming into a deeper cross of the legs, and eventually, when you're more flexible, your knees will stack one on top of the other. And then maybe move the heels away from your hips. Lift up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart. Now we're going to take this left elbow outside of the right thigh, push the right thigh away from you, and rotate through your spine. If you would like to add on, we'll take a half bind. With your right palm facing the back wall, place the back of your hand on your body, walk it as far along to the left hip as you can, and then push the hands into the body and twist, making sure your spine is lengthening and your hips are rooting to the mat. And then in this twist, I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. Good. And then as you exhale, release the twist. Did not feel so nice in the hip. And we will come into a hamstring stretch. This is Janu Shirshasana. So the left leg will come into butterfly and the right leg will extend straight out in front of you. Make sure your hips are level. What typically happens is the straight leg, that hip goes forward. So pull that hip back in space for me. Flex your right toes and spread them apart like a fan. You'll reach down the leg. If you can't grab the foot, no worries. You can grab your thigh. It does not matter. Your calf, maybe you grab the foot, but don't feel pressure to grab the foot just because I do. I've been practicing this for a long time, so that is why I'm able to. Good, I want you to take a little twist through the waist to the right, like you're looking underneath your left arm, and then forward fold. Drop your head down. Now see if you can touch base with the quad muscle of your right leg and firm it. So that means engage it and tighten it. And then folding down, and we breathe in and out. Gonna just kind of melt down here. Don't try so hard, let it go. Now let's take one last breath in. And exhale, let it go. Roll up through your spine. And restack that back. Okay, we're gonna take a little combo. So take your right peace fingers and hook your right big toe. Left hand can come onto the floor, kind of like a kickstand to help you lift up. We're gonna stretch this left leg, this right leg open to the right. Both hips are down, and rotate your right inner thigh up. Lift up through your heart. Then bring the leg through center. Left hand grabs the outside of the foot. Right hand reaches back, and we twist. Good, try to maintain weight on that right hip. Okay, we're gonna do that twice more. Right peace fingers, right big toe, rotate the inner thigh up, lift the spine. Good, come across the midline. Left hand grabs the outside of the foot, or you could always grab the outside of the knee and do the twist if the hamstring doesn't have that flexibility. Good, same thing with the inner thigh stretch. Once more, big toe, you could keep the knee bent. That's totally fine. Or you can straighten the leg, it's just up to the degree of your flexibility. Good, one more time through center, left hand outer edge of the foot, pull that left shoulder onto the back, widen the collarbone, and we twist. Big breath in, reach your right heel forward and reach your right fingertips back. And exhale, release. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have you knock your knees together, feet are apart. We are back to the top. Bring your hands behind your back. Lift your heart up, spread open that collarbone. This time we're taking that right leg, crossing it over the outside of the left leg, and you're just gently knocking the knees over without letting your whole pelvis peel off the mat. So we're getting the stretch here in the outside of this left hip. So we're moving to the left side of the body. Good, I want you to sit up nice and tall here. Good, feel comfortable to close your eyes or put on a little bit of music during this, whatever helps you settle. And find 3 breaths in and out. Good, 2 more here. Good, Good. At the bottom of your third exhale, blink open those eyes. Now you're just going to split your legs apart. So both knees still face this right wall, and they're making a 90-degree bend. They're just staggered. Okay? You'll take your right hand, grab your left knee, left hand, grab your left ankle. Now pull your left hip back and your belly back. Hollow out your core, kind of like you're hanging off your shin, like you're leaning it back. And then you're going to bend your elbows and bring the top of your head forward. Lift up through your chest. Try not to dump down. And we should feel this stretch in the right side of the back, up in the shoulder blades or in the mid-back. Now use your arms as leverage. Really bend the elbows, plug the shoulders. And then let's find those 3 deep breaths here. I'm very actively contracting my core. And exhale, let it go. Release the leg, roll out. From here, we're going to take this right knee and point it straight forward, and then take the left foot and plant it outside of the right leg. Then find some weight onto this left hip. Okay, push your left knee in, take a big twist, and get as much of this right forearm outside of the left leg as you can, and bring your hands to your heart. Now, maybe this is enough for you. If you're wanting to go a little deeper, you'll take this right hand and try to grab your foot. Pinky toe or big toe side preferably. And then push your big toe down into your hand, and then take a twist and place your left hand on the floor behind you. Use your arms as leverage. Push the outer right arm into that left thigh to twist. Good. Hips down, chest up. 3 breaths here. Good. Gently release that rotation, come back to center, and then we're going to stack the knees, pointing them straight forward and pull the feet apart. Gomu Kasana with a twist. Sink your hip, and then hands to the heart. Take a big rotation to the left, right elbow outside that left thigh, press it away from you. Then with my left palm facing behind me, I'll take that left hand onto my back and walk it as far as I can towards my right hip. Then I'm going to push my hand into my hip to help open up the front of the left shoulder. Good, so this is great for shoulder stretching as well. Good, now if this isn't a great option for you, just stick with the hands to the heart. Okay, and then find those lovely 3 breaths here. Pull your heart forward and press your hips and your tailbone down into the mat. And then gently release that twist. We're coming into a little hamstring love over here on this left leg for Janu Shirshasana. Left leg goes straight forward, right leg to butterfly. Pull that left leg back into the socket, and then flex your foot. So flexing the foot, the heel moves out. So make sure the underneath part of your heel goes forward. Toes come to you, and then spread them apart. Create space. Kind of like, you know, when you get your nails done, they put that little like toe separator in between. That's what you're trying to do with your foot. And then you're going to reach down for your foot, your ankle, or your shin, and gently nod your chin toward your kneecap. Maybe you grab that foot if that's accessible, and turn your waist underneath your left arm. And we'll take a nice long hold here. Deep breath in. And feel free to make an audible exhale out. Really let it go. Good. Firm the front of that thigh. Pull the kneecap up towards the left hip bone. And take 2 more breaths here at the bottom of the stretch. And exhale, letting it go and rolling up. Okay, we have our little inner thigh IT band combo. So we got our left peace fingers. They're going to hook this left big toe, right hand to our side for balance. So we'll float the left leg, stretch it open to the left, and rotate the inner thigh up. That's gonna help us get the stretch there. Pull the left shoulder onto the back. Take a breath in. Then the leg comes straight forward, foot in line with hip. Right hand from the top of the foot grabs the outside of the foot. Keeping the legs straight, if you can, twist left and reach that left arm back. Breathe in. Exhale, coming back through center. Hook your big toe. Open up, maybe you balance this time. Inner thigh stretch, pull up through your center. Good, and then IT band stretch. Right hand outer edge of the left foot, we twist. Coming back through center once more. Inhale, open it up, expand through that collarbone. And exhale, bring it back to center. We twist, reach that left arm back, put pressure into the left foot and send your left heel forward. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Amazing. Okay guys, we're gonna move into Upavishta Konasana, which is our straddle stretch. So we're gonna open those legs up nice and wide. Flex your feet, interlace your fingers, and then stretch your arms straight up. Send your rib cage forward, your chest forward, and bring your arms back so we're into some extension of that spine. Open the heart and breathe up towards the sky. And exhale, release the arms. Okay, bend your left elbow behind your back. Place your hand at the center of your back. Grab your left elbow with your right hand and push the elbow down. Lift your head up. You can stay here. We're gonna add on looking left and side stretch over to the right. Still keeping weight on that left hip. Push your head back in space, creating a big tricep and lat stretch over here in that left side body. Using your core strength, exhale, return through center. Inhale, that right arm reaches up, bend the elbow, pat the back. Take your left hand to the right elbow, press it down and lift the head. Maybe you stay here. It's definitely some obliques to support us in this next pose. Head turns over to the right. We side stretch over to the left and press your right thigh, right hip into the ground. Create length in both sides of the spine and breathe. Good, exhale back through center. Oh yeah, I feel those waist muscles firing. Okay, we're gonna take it straight down the middle, but when you fold forward, I want you to be careful of your knees rolling in. So engage your thighs and roll your inner thighs up, knees turn out. Then bring your heart forward. And maybe it's just an inch or two, and keep in mind if you just really collapse in the spine, hands behind you, chest up is a better option. Otherwise, we'll come here and just give me 3 breaths here. Maybe you're folding your forehead all the way down to the mat. And one more breath. Inhale, create a little bit more length through your spine. Pull your chest away from your hips. And exhale, let it go. Good, walk yourself back on up to a seat, and then we're gonna find Mukasana just like we did at the start of class. So we're gonna end with seated meditation. So it's up to you if you gaze down the tip of your nose or if you wanna close your eyes. Let's place the palms on the knees, face down. And I'm gonna close my eyes, but I invite you to do whatever is comfortable. And I just want you to simply touch base with your body. So we've created this awareness of the physical body in the last 25 minutes of our practice. We've created some awareness of our muscles, of maybe some stiffness or aches and pains. We've created awareness of our breath. And maybe we've also created awareness of our emotional state or our thoughts. And this is really important to check in with. And I want you to contemplate how you felt about these things at the start of our session, what came up for you during the session, an emotion, a thought, a to-do list, whatever it may be, and then touch base with where you are ending the session at. And remember, there's not a right answer, it's simply an observation. This is what creates mindfulness, creates and helps us be present and in the moment, right? There isn't a wrong emotion or a wrong thought, simply just bringing an awareness and an observation to ourselves. Now let's all collectively take a really deep breath in through the nose, all the way till the chest rises up towards the chin. Breathe in a little bit more air at the top. And then exhale through the mouth, sigh it out. Let the shoulders drop, blink the eyes open, and then inhale, stretch the arms up, meet the palms. Bring your hands to your heart. In yoga we say namaste, but namaste means the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. And thank you, Navitas, for sponsoring this video. I'm very excited to be here with you and just enjoying this beautiful view in Maui. I hope you enjoyed this class and this view and this breeze. It's fabulous. Hope that gave it a nice soundtrack. And I hope that you guys have a lovely day. Again, my name is Lindsay Bushman. I'm a Pilates and yoga instructor in Los Angeles. So please check me out on Instagram at Lindsay Rosebush, and also check out Navitas Organics in your local grocery store if you have not yet. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.